Top 10 building tricks and tips to make your buildings better. Number 1. Most people for their floor plans would just have a box. But a shape like this is much more interesting for the house. This shape is also interesting. It's still a box, but it's just twisted a little. Also, the silhouette of the house can be interesting too, and the eventual shape of the roof. Number 2. Having a palette for your build can guide your decisions while building. This right here is a pretty basic palette, while this one's a little more complicated. Your build will be much better if you have an interesting palette that's not often used. This is the palette I use for my Enderman farm, and not many people use purple, so I decided to challenge myself and find a use for it. Number 3. If you want your house to stand up a little bit, you can add a deck. A deck can raise up your house just by a couple blocks and give it that height you need. It'll also help by giving you more room to add little details on the deck. This one right here is pretty bare. Number 4. The roof is also one of the main parts of your house. You can have a basic roof, or you can make it a little more eccentric. These are just some of the roof designs that are more popular. Number 5. So the block palette you use for your roof can make your roof stand out more. And combining different palettes with different styles can make even more interesting builds. These are all A-frames, but you could do bell-style roofs or slanted roofs. Number 6. Gradients are a great way to add more life to your build. This one right here is a little bit more of an advanced gradient, going from diorite to polished diorite to calcite to quartz. And this one right here is a little bit more basic, but I think it works better and has a smoother transition, going from cobblestone to andesite to polished andesite. These are just 2 examples of gradients you can use in your builds. Number 7. Rather than leaving your walls flat, add some detail. You can add detail in many ways. You can round the corners, add windows, or a pot. You can also add detailing on the first floor. There are many different ways to detail, but these are some of my personal favorites. And keep in mind these are rectangular walls with a dimension of 5 blocks by 4 blocks. But if you have a square wall, you can do a diagonal beam and no window. You can also add a market stand on the bottom floor, or a nice big grand door. Number 8. Adding greenery to your builds can just add another level of detail. This is a pretty basic greenery with just one big vine wrapping around the build and leaves on the bottom. And on this side there's more of neat bushes. You can also alternate blocks to have a neatly mowed lawn. And azalea bushes with moss blocks on the top to make 2 tall bushes. Number 9. Don't forget to step back from your builds to take it in from a whole. This one I got from B-Double-O in his recent Building with B-Dubs Season 3 series. When painters paint, they step back and look at the image as a whole, so you should do the same with building, and not just focus on one wall in one section. Number 10. Now the most important thing about building is not to get stuck in a rut and think that one rule overrules all, or one style is better than all. Don't forget to break the rules and go out of your comfort zone every once in a while. When breaking the rules, you can often find the best builds. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and watch another video, and I'll see you later.